A controversial name leaving town, another star with insane speed entering the radar, and a rookie who arrived talking like a veteran. Pittsburgh is far from just another team getting ready for the season. The behind-the-scenes moves are heating up, with decisions that could change everything in the coming months. And the best part, big names are involved, and a young talent is aiming to become a reality. Hit that like button, because Steelers news just doesn't stop. Well, things are getting real interesting in Pittsburgh. The Steelers just shook things up big time by finally unloading George Pickens, shipping the talented but drama-filled wideout to the Dallas Cowboys. In return, they snagged a third-rounder for 2026 and a fifth-rounder in 2027, while tossing in a sixth-rounder themselves. Not exactly blockbuster compensation, but considering Pickens was in the final year of his deal and had been more headlines than highlights lately, that's a pretty clean move. But here's where it gets juicy. Pittsburgh already locked in DK Metcalf earlier this offseason, trading for the physical freak and giving him a fresh extension. He's now the guy in that WR room. But don't think for a second that Omar Khan and the Steelers front office are gonna stop there. They're sniffing around for another big-time weapon. And guess whose name just started bubbling up? Tyreek freaking Hill. Yep, the cheetah himself might be on the move. Word out of Miami is that things have been rocky this offseason. Hill just came off 2 surgeries on his wrist, one to repair some ligament damage, the other to remove some hardware. Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel says he should be ready by training camp, but let's be honest, this whole situation feels like it's been building toward a split. Tyreek's been dropping cryptic posts all offseason, and the speculation about a potential trade is heating up fast. Now, he hasn't officially demanded a trade, but it doesn't take a genius to connect the dots. He's coming off one of his least productive seasons, he's had some health concerns, and oh yeah, he's not exactly cheap, but because of all that, Pittsburgh might be able to snag him for a surprisingly low price. Something close to what they got for Pickens doesn't sound outrageous. And with Hill only under contract for 2 more seasons, the risk isn't long term. If the Steelers decide to swing big, Tyreek would be a massive addition. His speed is still top tier, and pairing him with Metcalf would be straight up nightmare fuel for defenses. Of course, they've got backup plans too. Word is the Packers might offload one of their current receivers after drafting 2 new guys' names like Romeo Doubs or Dontavion Wicks could be solid targets. And on the free agent side, veterans like Amari Cooper, Gabe Davis, or Keenan Allen are still available. Bottom line, the Steelers aren't done yet. Whether it's a blockbuster move for Hill or a lower-key signing, they're clearly all in on retooling their wide receiver room and fast. Think the Pickkins trade was a good move? Well, hold on the story of Will Howard and the Steelers feels like something that was meant to happen. Will Howard arrived in Pittsburgh with a full heart and sharp words, making it clear right away he wanted to be a Steeler, and now that he is, he's going to give everything he's got. During his press conference on the first day of rookie minicamp, the new quarterback wasted no time showing gratitude and excitement. The guy basically said Pittsburgh is the perfect fit for him. He talked about the culture, his personal connection to the city, and even old ties with members of the coaching staff. Mike Tomlin, a coach he's always wanted to play for. Arthur Smith and Tom Arth, old acquaintances from the college circuit. Howard said everything felt aligned from the start, and even though the draft is a roller coaster of uncertainty, he had a special place in his heart for Pittsburgh, and it worked out. And for those who saw that episode of Hey Rookie, you know, Howard literally begged the Steelers to draft him. Now he's living that dream, thankful to be where he's always wanted, and promising blood, sweat, and tears for this franchise every single day. Selected in the 6th round, 185th overall, Howard comes in with a solid resume. He threw for nearly 6,000 yards and 48 TDs at Kansas State, then exploded in 2024 with Ohio State, leading the Buckeyes to their first national title in a decade. Over 4,000 yards, 35 touchdowns, and 73% passing accuracy. Impressive numbers. Now, at 23 years old, he's expected to start as the number 3 QB on the depth chart. That is, if the Steelers actually land Aaron Rodgers as rumored. If Rodgers doesn't come, the story changes, and Howard could compete directly with Skylar Thompson for the backup spot, sitting just behind Mason Rudolph. The talent is there, the resume too, and with his clear love for the city and the team, Howard is set up to develop at his own pace without immediate pressure. And judging by how he talks, it's clear he doesn't just want to be part of the team, he wants to make his mark. The Pickens departure was a clean break, and if Tyreek joins, that duo with Metcalf could be something serious. And with Howard arriving full of hunger, the future is starting to take shape. Subscribe now so you don't miss a thing.